Hi, this is Jasmine again. I'm working or discussing about my second week dealing with the project of ethnography with oral history. This assignment is very interesting because it was for me to discover or search about my family, my lineage, my history, because your history is a very essential part of who you are. Looking back helps you to see where you're going forward. It's very inspiring to hear the stories of your family members, your friends who have overcome different obstacles and situations. So for me, my family is kind of estranged, but I was able to do the project because who I consider as my mother is not my biological mother, but this woman has made a great impact in my life, and I believe that God sent her in my life when I was a young child to make the difference in my life, and I know that that God sent her. So I had the opportunity to interview her and to talk about her background because her background is different from mine. I am an African American and she is originally from Trinidad. Trinidad is an island in the Caribbean, so she has her culture is different from mine. So walking with her, it's wonderful to listen to the stories and to listen to her perspective as a Black woman coming from a Caribbean point of view and me coming from an African American point of view, and our stories are different, but they're beautiful. So that's what I focused on this week was my oral history with my mom that I call she's my mom, because family does not always or determined, classified, or described because we share the same blood. Sometimes it's just not. It's gonna be someone who adopted. Someone might have chosen you. I'll choose for you to be my family member. So I do know, a little bit about my family, my biological family. I do know about them, but like I said, we are estranged. They primarily live in New York City, New York State, rather, and I live in California, so I don't really deal with them that much. I used to when I was a little girl, so I don't know all of my background, especially from my biological father. I don't really know his background as well. I know about him. We have some type of relationship, but not as great as I wanted throughout my life. And my mom's and my biological mother, I do know about her background, but not as much as well. I do know my grandmother. I had a good relationship with my grandmother. She passed away in 2019, but it went estranged when I moved to California. But in my formative years, she was a great impact into my life, because my biological mother wasn't emotionally there for me. So she really came in and made that difference until I met who I call mom today. And also discovering in this project my name. My name means flower, and I always knew my name was Flower. And I think I think that has something to do with what God has for my life. I feel like that name carries weight, that name is significant, and that I hope that I will give off an aroma that is pleasing to God in my life. So that's pretty cool. And seeing the background of my name, and also back to the oral history about my who I call mom now, her experiences as a young woman, growing up in Trinidad and coming to America, first coming to Canada and then coming to America, and how those different cultures have made an impact. How some of the impact was negative and some of the impact is positive, but just see how God can work in different environments and how they can make you who you are. So that is this week, my second week project, which was ethnography with oral history.